Hi everyone, I'm MrGamingGuitarist, and I know it's been quite a while since I've made some videos, but I'm back because it's E3, and EA finished up their conference, and I have to say it was exactly like EA's conference always ends up being. You get so bored because they spend so much time talking, and then just a tiny bit of the games, and then the games that they do end up showing, and the games they do end up talking about are sports games. I understand. There's lots of people that buy sports games that sell a shitload every single year. However, I always feel like the audience people like me, the people like us, that tune in to watch E3 every single year, we don't care about sports. I'm sorry if this offends some of you that do care about sports games, but it's like, I'm here for the real games, okay? I'm here for fucking Star Wars. I'm here to see some new IPs, things like that. But anyways, let's just go over my notes for the games that they did show. So they started it off with Madden, NFL 18, whatever. They're adding a story mode, okay. And then they showed some DLC for Battlefield 1, and then they showed FIFA 18, and then they showed Need for Speed Payback, which is essentially Fast and Furious without being called Fast and Furious. I think it's decent. I don't really, the last time I really cared about Need for Speed was Underground 2 back on the PS2, and I never really cared that much since then. Next up was what was the most interesting game that we didn't know about, which was called A Way Out, which is from the creator of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. And it's this game where it's a co-op game where you're trying to break out of prison. And I like how it's a story-based co-op game, and it's co-op only. So I know what you're thinking, but MrGamingGuitarist, you've said in the past you don't like co-op, you only care about single player. But I do care about story. So if it's a story mode and the co-op is integrated and it's all built from scratch to be a part of a story, I'm all in. And I really like what they showed from it, because you'll be doing two completely different things at the same time. Like, you have to distract the guard while you set up like a prison break, and one person drives, the other one shoots while you're escaping, driving away, and the two of you have to be like climbing back to back, like going up, climbing up a wall, and different things like that. It looked really interesting. And next up, we got to see BioWare's new IP, which is made by the real BioWare team, BioWare Edmonton, the ones that make the actual good Mass Effect games, and not that fuckshit BioWare Montreal team that made Mass Effect Andromeda. It was so anyways, their new IP is called Anthem, and we got a short teaser, and it said watch the full reveal during the Microsoft conference. So it looked interesting. It kind of reminded me just a tiny bit of Titanfall, because it showed someone walking into a mech, but we don't really know anything other than there's a giant wall. And no, it's not that wall that our fucking president is trying to make that will waste billions of dollars on. It's a wall in this fictional video game. Anyways, then they went on and go talking about fucking NBA Live 18, I don't care. And then they ended it with Star Wars Battlefront 2, where we got to see some more details with the multiplayer. We got to see a developer diary. Oh, fuck! Okay. I hate it when the fucking mic falls off the stand. Anyways, so we got to see... that completely threw me off track. Anyways, so we got to see a lot more Battlefront 2's multiplayer. And it looked pretty impressive. We got to see some stuff from Episode 1, the only good parts of Episode 1, and we got to see a map with the droids, and we got to see all of that stuff. Anyways, so overall, it was the typical EA conference. There were a few times, it was maybe 10% of things I cared about, 90% things I didn't care about. Let me know what you thought of their conference this year, and I'll see you again tomorrow for my thoughts on Microsoft's conference. See you then. Bye.